I was invited by Y'shtola to join her gang, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Modi told me I could find them in Vesper Bay, so I hired a Chocobo and headed off. I met a little singing receptionist. She told me I could go inside to meet the boss. On my way in, I stopped to see who else was around. When I went in, Y'shtola was waiting with the boss and the other members of the gang, who introduced themselves. I met Ida in the mask and little Papa Limo, who work together in the forest around Gridania. This is Thancred, who does Thanalan. Y'shtola I already knew, so that just left the dude in the robe, Urianger.
We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
The boss explained that the Scions work to ensure the future of Eorzea, and in particular, fight against the Primals. She also told me that the reason I keep having little naps is called the Echo, and the Scions have a few other members who get the same thing. Minfilia wasted no time in assigning me my first job. The Immortal Flames in Uldar want help to investigate the case of a crystal robbery and kidnappings that occurred suspiciously close together. They suspect that Ifrit, the Amalja's primal, may be involved. I spoke to Thancred, who explained why primals and crystals are connected, and to Urianger, who spouted some weird and ominous prophecy. I went to Drybone and started to investigate what was happening to the local people. The Amalja attempted to obstruct my investigation, but I emerged victorious. I asked some locals if they were able to provide a bit more information. They weren't incredibly helpful, especially this guy. Having hit a bit of a dead end, I went to bury a victim at the local church, where I met a man named Marquez, who seemed a troubled soul. Thancred suspects that the church may be involved in the missing persons case and wanted to investigate Awasen, the nun who's working with Marquez. I went to check it out and ended up rescuing her from some undead types. Oh, and I also learned how to use a sword and shield like a gladiator while I've been in. Having been proved entirely wrong about Awasen, Thancred decided to investigate the Amalja camp. I snuck inside and got the queer leaflet I found. Awasen confirmed it was a blasphemous forgery, so Thancred suggested that we disguise ourselves as poor shepherds to see if someone would try to use it to lead us into the trap. Some of the people I spoke to were more polite than others. It sounds like there is some sort of community meeting at the pond out to the east of Drybone. Thancred suggested we go and see what was going on. When I arrived, he was already there. We didn't have to wait long for the false priest to arrive. He failed to see through our disguises, but couldn't fool Thancred, who recognised Ungust again. He revealed that the Amalja were paying him huge sums to kidnap civilians, but he swears that he didn't give away the Flames' patrol schedules. Thancred promised to continue questioning Ungust while I reported to Minfilia. I changed out of my shepherd's disguise and spoke to the boss. She told me that Thancred had set up a meeting to ambush the Amalja, where I would work with the Immortal Flames, find the abductees and rescue them. I hurried off to the rendezvous point in the Invisible City. Ungust turned up and lured out the Amalja, and we sprang the trap, only to fall into their trap. It turns out Ungust had been working with a traitor inside the Flames, and we were surrounded by Amalja warriors. We fought fiercely, but we were eventually forced to surrender, and I was made to have another nap. When I woke up, I discovered the Flames had been tied up in preparation for immediate sacrifice to the Amalja god. They wasted no time in summoning Ifrit forth in a burst of flames and asked him to scorch our heathen souls. his great surprise and displeasure, this included August. We were all bathed in fire. And the others all started to praise Ifrit. But somehow I wasn't affected. This seemed to annoy Ifrit. Fortunately, I was accompanied by my old pals who were now also Scions, and we did battle with a god. He tried a variety of volcanic violence, but in the end we emerged victorious. And I got a new crystal. Tancred arrived too late for the fight, but just in time to show off his knife skills and an Alger swagger. The Immortal Flames rounded up August and the traitor, and we headed off. It seems like we were both being watched. Nero seemed disappointed in Ifrit's power, but his pal Livia told him to get on with his mission, whatever that is. Probably something bad, right?